Did you know that phrasal verbs arose as a way to make the language more flexible and conversational? It allows for a simpler, more direct way of expressing your ideas. For a native speaker, they're a piece of cake. But for English learners, they prove to be quite tricky. Today's lesson is in a style of a quiz. I've picked out some really common British phrasal verbs that are used all the time. Though American speakers can understand most of them, they're not commonly used. So, let's test your knowledge, and if you're not sure of the correct definition, just take a guess. Let's get started. Number 1, to come down with something. To come down with something. Is it A, to anticipate something, B, to cry or get emotional, or C, to start suffering from an illness or a disease? The correct answer is C, to start suffering from an illness or a disease. For example, I feel as though I'm coming down with something. I'm really tired and I have a sore throat. And actually, that's exactly how I feel. So do forgive me if in today's class I sound really congested, but I am coming down with a cold. Now we have to muck about. To muck about. Does this mean A, to behave in a silly or irresponsible way, B, to cause a mess, or C, to manage to do something secretly? It's A, to behave in a silly or irresponsible way. For example, stop mucking about and get to work right now. This one is really British and it's rarely used in American English. Next we have to make out. To make out. Is it A, to see or understand something clearly, B, to write or produce something, or C, to engage in a romantic activity? The correct answers are A and C. So for A, we could say, I couldn't make out what he was saying over the noise. It means I couldn't understand what the person was saying because there was too much noise. So if you can't understand something or if you can't see something clearly, you can say, I can't make out what that is, or I can't make out what the noise is. And for C, to engage in a romantic activity, well, this one is used more often in American English. American speakers would often say that they made out or somebody is making out, but in British English, it's not used as much, though I've included it in this because that is a definition of the phrasal verb to make out. Next, to get on with. To get on with. Is it A, to be friendly with someone, B, to start or continue doing something, or C, to be frustrated with someone? The correct answers are A and B. For example, I get on with all my colleagues, but I don't really socialise with them after work. That's for definition A. And for definition B, we could say, stop chatting and get on with it. We haven't got all day, which basically means stop talking and continue your job or continue your work. We haven't got all day for it. Next, we have to take after. To take after. Is it A, to resemble someone in appearance or character, B, to take something without permission, or C, to improve after a decline? The correct answer is A, to resemble someone in appearance or character. For example, I take after my mum when it comes to cooking. She is a proper chef. Then we have to blow over. To blow over. Is it A, to move quickly from one place to another, B, to become less intense or to calm down, or C, to blow something out of a container? The correct answer is B, to become less intense or to calm down. For example, the argument between Sarah and John was intense, but it eventually blew over after they talked it out. Next, to go off. to go off? Is it A, to become spoiled or rotten, B, to be served at a restaurant, or C, to leave a place suddenly? The correct answer is A, to become spoiled and rotten. For example, the milk's gone off. The milk's gone off. That could mean that it has expired or it has a foul smell and is no longer fresh for consumption. It's gone off. Then we have to leave off. To leave off. Does this mean A, to stop doing or stop talking, especially because it's becoming annoying? B, to take sick leave from work, or C, to commute to work? The correct answer is A, to stop doing or stop talking, especially because it's becoming annoying. For example, she kept complaining about the weather and I finally told her to leave off. In that case, it's kind of like politely saying, shut up and stop complaining. So to tell someone to leave off, sometimes we say, leave it out, leave it out. So we have a glottal stop at the end and we would say, leave it out. It basically means just leave it, shut up, don't talk about it, stop complaining. Next, we have to turn up. To turn up. Does this mean A, to cause a scene, B, to arrive, or C, to increase in speed? The correct answer is B, to arrive. For example, we had been waiting for ages before she finally decided to turn up. She finally decided to arrive. That's it, everyone. Let me know in the comment section how many you got right. And were there any phrasal verbs that really surprised you with their definition? I'm sure there were a couple, right? And if you've enjoyed this lesson, make sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out, and I will see you in the next class. Take care. Bye.